Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, we're going to continue on with this 1969 John Deere 112 patio. I picked this patio up 4 months ago, I want to say, back in the summer during it wasn't really during, it was John Deere Expo, that's what it was, two-cylinder Expo. This was at an auction. Somebody who I know picked it up from the auction. He knew the people that were selling it. He bought it off of them. I guess nobody was really bidding on it all that much, and he wanted it to go for a little bit more than what they were bidding on it. He ended up winning, and he bought the tractor off of them and sent me a message, and I said, sure, I'll buy it. So it's over here now in my care. It's been a little while since I've worked on it. I don't exactly remember what all I've done with it. I took the battery tray out of it. I'm keeping an eye on my phone right now because I am actually expecting a phone call here in a bit. You guys will find out here in a later video what this is for. However, it kind of involves the 140. So we'll let you guys figure out what it's about. But if I seem like I'm kind of rushed, that's why. I'm waiting on a phone call, and then they're going to bring that out here. So to pass time, this is what we're going to work on. Previously, we washed the tractor. I went over it with SOS pads and the garden hose, and I cleaned it up. I also stuck a different hood and a different seat on it. I painted a hood for it and a seat. Sometime eventually, I do plan on finding a better hood. That is just going to be the temporary hood for now, just so I can say it's a blue patio. That actually used to be the red hood off of the red patio I have. The rims for it, it had the rare 69 rims that John Deere used, the flat center rims, because the company that made the original rims, that style rims, went on strike, so they went to somebody else, and that company made this style rim, so that's the rim that they used. Those are a little bit more rare. I haven't really seen very many of them. I know somebody that has another set. I got to get a hold of him, speaking of. Maybe he can bring them over here today as well. So yeah, that is what we are going to do. We are going to continue. I don't remember exactly what I was doing with this tractor. Like I said, I've kind of took a break from it for a while. It just kind of got moved to the back burner of everything because other stuff started coming up and I got bored of it. So this is what we're going to be working on. I think previously I took the battery tray out of it. I don't have the battery tray around here anymore because the tray was all rusted out and it was a tetanus shot waiting to happen. And it wouldn't hold a battery, so I just went ahead and took it out and got rid of it and got another one. It has okay looking oil in it. The oil in it is clean and it smells like oil. So we're just going to go with its oil and we are going to use it and see if we can get this thing running. So let me put you guys in the stand and we're going to take a look at it and see what we can figure out. I know somebody's going to ask, yes, it is missing a front wheel. That front wheel is on my red patio. That's why you guys don't see it on here. So let's get this taken off. Let's just kind of go over it for my memory to see what it needs. Okay, gas tank. I see that the solenoid has been, oh I see, I bypassed the safeties. Where's the battery? There's battery wires. That's the positive wire, that's the negative. I must have stuck them on there recently. Gas tank. Tractor is all original, by the way, believe it or not. All original paint from Deere. However, these are not original to the tractor. That's the only, and the hood and the seat. Other than that though, the white paint is original. Those are actually original paint, believe it or not. I did make sure when I ordered those that they were original paint. We want these right here. I might be able to get that to work without putting a battery on it. And I have an idea and a special technique that I use for doing it. This battery should be charged enough to be able to turn that over later. I'm also working on another tractor. I'm working on four or five of them at the moment at the same time, so that kind of gets to me as well. So again, bear with me. I gotta get back into this one. So let's get power run to it. That looks perfect, I know. Let's get power run to it and let's just see how it does. I don't think I've hooked up power to it yet, but I don't quite remember at the same time. No key. That's fine. Here's my key. There's my key. Let's see what it does. Ready? Nothing. Nothing. Get that unplugged. I wonder, it could be we're not getting anything from here. I wonder if that solenoid's no good. We should run a wire down here actually and find out if that is the problem or not. Let's see, ready? If that starter turns over, that means that's not our issue. Cool. Raise the voltage a little bit. Let's just listen to it crank. Actually, since that's the first time that's... I don't know how long it's been since this motor has been cranked, so I want to take the solenoid out. That way it can crank, or at least it can spin around for a while. Damn it, get him away. I don't want it over there, I want it right there. This is, I believe, the plug that came with this tractor. So I'm going to crank it over for a little bit and just let it, listen to it, make sure that it sounds good and is working. Alright. What are we doing wrong here? We're not getting a good enough ground. Let's try that. Ready? Connect. Definitely sounded better after being turned over some. So that's good. So we know the starter is good. And everything here seems to be okay. I'm just going to leave the, actually, I might run this right here. I might run this, there we go. Now it goes right to the solenoid. Let's get this out. Not the whole switch, but let's just get this, make sure we're getting a good connection. That solenoid could be the problem. That could be it. It could be. It's probably what I'm thinking it is, which I'm afraid of. There it goes, cool. Yeah, it's just corroded. Oh, well, our key switch is missing a terminal, so that could be it. That key switch doesn't look too good anyway. I think that's probably what our problem is. And probably that solenoid as well could also be what's holding us up. Let me get this out of here. That's stuck in there pretty good. I don't know. Something. There we go. Got it. Yeah, it was in there pretty good. Yeah, that's our connector, as you can see. It's not pretty. Yeah, that key switch is probably no good, and that's probably most of what our problem is. Let's see, where do we go from here? I guess one thing that we could do, since we know the engine cranks, is we can probably go on ahead and take the... Do we want to run power to the... Where's the coil at on this? It's down there. Do we want to run power to it? No, or do we want to... Let's see if it will run... Where is that? There's two leads that come off of the... One just goes down. One just goes down there. Okay. We could use that one for let's see, what do we want to do here? We can move our wire from there to here. We need some sort of ignition system. We could just wait until we get a new key switch for it. I know the motor will crank. I don't know how good compression is. This should have okay compression. We could test that and find out. I don't know if my little thing has enough balls to crank it over and make compression. We might, might be able to. I have faith. That's not the one from this. Where's the spark plug from this tractor? Here in a minute. That plug's gonna need to be cleaned up for sure. It's not gonna have spark yet. I don't know if the valves are moving either, but this will help us determine what's going on. I'm going to give it a 50% chance the valves are turning. That it'll have compression and the valves will move like they should. I'm going to up my voltage too. Ready? I hear the exhaust coming out, but it doesn't sound like... It almost doesn't sound like it's got any compression, but I do hear it. Yeah, it might. I do hear it coming out the exhaust, so I'm going to go on ahead and say the intake is closing. So that's good. I'm going to take a second and I'm going to clean this plug up. I'm not sure if there's really anything else we can do until we get that key switch done, because we have to be able to power the ignition, and right now we can't really power that ignition. But we'll see. So here's what I'm going to do. This is going to be our next step with this blue Patio. We are going to go on ahead and see if the machine has spark. The way that I'm going to do that is this right here goes to the starter from my little battery box over there. I have a battery. Here's a jumper cable, or the battery cables. I'm going to run jumper cables from my battery to these for the ignition. And after I do that, we're going to take the plug. I'm debating on putting gas in the cylinder or just pulling the plug out and looking at it. There's no points cover and the points look okay. Almost like somebody has tried filing on them before. So I'm not sure what the deal is there, if somebody has messed with them or not. I would crank it over using the battery, but the solenoid on the tractor is still no good. I have not ordered one. However, the tractor does have a new key switch on it, and I know that key switch is good. So we shouldn't have any problems from there. Everything should right now just rely on spark. And of course, we still don't have a front wheel, so I can't drive it. So yeah, that's where we're at. Grab my battery. Bring it over here. I'm not sure how much life this battery has in it. I've had problems with it in the past. So for now, the plan is going to be just to get it to see if we have spark. And if we have spark, let's see if we can get it to run. It's going to be nice to finally hear this thing run after looking at it here in the corner of the shop for the past few months. Let's take these. This one is our negative, so we will run him there. This one is my positive, so we will run him here. Coming to my battery. You are positive, so we put you there. You are negative, so I'll put you there. Nothing happens. Damn. I was kind of hoping something would happen, but we didn't get that lucky. So where we're going to go from here is we're going to take, oh, that's not even, that's off, right? No. Let's miss, that should be fine. Pop that out of there, stick this over there. Let's just go on ahead and pop the plug out and let's just see if we get anything or not. I'm sure you guys aren't going to be able to see that plug. I wish you could, but unfortunately I don't think you're going to be able to. Let's crank it over some and let's see if we get some spark. Let me put it in a better place without getting zapped with 100 watts. Ready? Here we go. Come on. Nothing. Connection. Here's what it fits. Two. Ready? Oh, that's what I have it set low. Tip number 3. I don't think it does. So that answers our question. So I guess I'm going to take it and I'm going to file the points. Key's on, right? Yeah, key's on. So I'm going to pop that front grill off of it and let's just take a look at the points. They looked fine when I checked it, but that was, God, that was how many months ago? Girl stuck. Great. What kind of? Oh, this is one of those girls. That's why. There we go. Get that out of our way. I was thinking it was one of the other girls. Still move. They look fine. I don't know if it's actually a points file or not, but that's what I've been using it as. They look alright, but I'm just gonna give them awakening. Make sure that worked. I should turn the ignition on and pop them a couple times just to make sure that they're. Actually, should make sure that that coil is getting power. For now, we'll give it our better judgment, and if this time it doesn't work, we'll. Nothing. I was turning on and off the ignition, seeing if it would spark or not. Ready? Give it another shot. Nothing. Keys on, right? That would suck. Yeah, keys on. Let's check it and let's see if it's getting power to where it needs to be. It could even be that battery. Like I said before, I've been having issues with that battery. It could just be dead and not delivering power. Where would be a good place to test? Let's just check up here. Which one of you goes? That one goes to the. There. So we'll just run that one. It's not telling me anything. It wants to, it looks like. It can't. No, nothing. We should be getting voltage from that, but we're not. Points are moving, right? Just get the obvious ones out of the way first. Keys is still on. Let's just really quickly. Oh yeah, that's our problem. Let's just watch the points real fast and make sure they're moving first. That battery is having trouble giving me a reading, so I think I know what it is now. But I just want to watch those points and be sure they're actually moving. Ready? Yeah, they're moving. Okay. So I think our battery might be the issue, the culprit. So I'm going to switch that. I'm going to switch that battery out, and let's see if that battery says anything. Well, I grabbed another battery. We're actually using the 317. So now that should be getting power through the ignition. I might go on ahead and just test it again real quick. I think you guys were able to see the voltmeter. We should be getting 12 volts down to the coil right now. Should be is the key word. Which we're not. The red wire. Let's try some. Let's just wedge that in. Nothing. Fire getting power. That one right there goes. That one's just, I don't see him. That's the one that goes down here. What is that? This. Another thing I'd like to know is why are there two wires coming off of this? Oh, that one down there goes down to nothing. What wire is the ignition on here? I would kind of like to know if we're getting power to begin with out of this. We should be. Volts. Okay. So power is getting to our key switch. Let's check over here. The middle one in this little pigtail should go to key switches. The middle one here should go out area to this middle wire, which runs the ignition. If we can, there we go. Those don't look bad. Maybe doing that even will help it. There we go. Oh, I should have key off. Let's try again. 12 volts, okay. So we're getting 12 volts to here. So why are we not get to, unless we are, let's just give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Maybe that connection right there was just dirty. Let's give it a shot. Ready? Let's see if this time we get spark, or if we're back in the same boat that we were. Nothing. I'm gonna up the voltage a little bit. Nothing. So, I wonder if it could even just be this. It could even be this wire that's the problem. I'm gonna switch that wire out real fast. I want one that has an end on it, but this one's gonna have to do for right now. I like that. That felt better. Ready? Power's on, right? Yeah. Ready? Nothing. So it could be the plug. I don't think it is. Are we missing something here? Let's check voltage one more time just to make sure that we're it almost doesn't seem like we're just want to run this. Maybe I should take it off. Interesting. Come on, tell me some voltage. Nothing. Wait a second, it jumped and then it went back to dead. 12 volts. It's hard to get, but we are getting voltage to the coil. Whether it's coming out of the coil or not is hard to say. take a second since I've seen it. I want to tighten this. No, it's not that wrench. It's probably 10 millimeter. It's one of these two. Let's try 10 first. Is it 10? No. It's not 10. This one. 3/8. Okay. This one in such a nice spot, but yeah, that's loose. That's our problem right there. Might be, I'm not saying it is. So now they're tight. Maybe what I'll end up doing is coming up here and wiggling this connection around. Oh, this wire is just wrapped around our thing. It doesn't even go in there. I was thinking that was loose. I was just going to take this. What would it entail to get this filter off here? Should just be a couple of flatheads. Yep. Grab a flathead screwdriver, we'll get that head off of there, and that way this might be where we find something big about this one. That's gonna suck if we have to change them points. They're behind the muffler. We got to take that muffler off in order to get to them. Sometimes the mufflers are, unless it's been removed before by somebody else, sometimes they're not fun to remove. There's a gasket back behind here. Oh, they moved. I don't know if that gasket is going to stay intact for us. No, it's gone. Oh, it's an original carburetor. That's cool. Don't see that very often. Yeah, there wasn't really much left of that one. It's even got, I bet you that gasket was probably original too. Yeah, I think somebody's had this off here before. That's an original carburetor, by the way. For those of you that, well, you can't see it right now. Yeah, it's cool. That's definitely an original when looking at this. Yeah, float moves. It wants to. That cable almost looks like it's stuck. Oh, I know why I took it off. I want to get in here with this. You know, there we go. I was gonna say. There we go. That should clean it up if it's not getting voltage to the coil. Now it should be, if that was our problem. I just wanted to get in there and turn it. So I believe that's the original coil to the tractor. So, yeah. Let's give it a shot and let's see what we find. Ready? What the hell? That was interesting. Let's give it a shot and let's see what we can find here. Ready? I thought I heard it. Why does the lights keep turning off? thought I heard spark. Hard to say, I didn't really see it. Let's give it another go. Ready? It almost looks like there is, and it also almost looks like there's a nest inside of this cover we're going to have to take out of here. Yeah. I thought I heard it earlier. He's on. Where do we go from here? Let's see if it has, if the throttle cable works, which it does. Choke works. I'm gonna give them points one more good. I'm probably just gonna sand them, and we're gonna see if that solves our issue. Let me shut the key off. Just go on ahead and sand them real quick. We might just have to do that, and hopefully nothing else. I don't really want to replace a bunch of wires right now. There we go. I'd be willing to bet these are probably the original points as well. There's a lot of originalness to this tractor. It'd be cool to keep it all completely original. I wish someone didn't steal those off of it, the hood supports, but they did. Still no cranking, damn it. I wonder if we were to tap on that solenoid, if we would get some life out of it. Let's give this another shot, and let's see if we get spark now. Ready? I swear I heard it earlier. All right, update, we have spark. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's put some fuel in our cylinder. I'm gonna put 2-stroke mixed with gas in it because, well, it's been a while since this engine has had lubrication in the top end, I'm sure. So we're gonna give it all the help we possibly can. Let's inject it with some of that. Stick our plug back in it. But yeah, I'm definitely glad to see that we've got spark. I'm gonna shut off the key just in case the points are closed. I don't want them to spark and blow that gas. Ready? Nothing. I think the next step is going to be to take a hammer or a wrench to that solenoid and see if we can free it up. Because I think I know what happened to it. Ready? It tried. That's cool. I don't know if you heard it. It tried taking off. God damn it. There you go. And there you go. Make sure that's on the thing, which it is. Let's just make sure that it's good by hitting it once. It's not going to start, or it shouldn't. Okay, where are we? Jeez. go. Maybe that'll fix it. Ready? Alright, that's interesting. You know, it could even be. Oh, let's try again. I was hoping that that would be the one to do it. That's hooked up. What we're gonna do. Let's move this here. I don't like that being right there. So we'll put it up here. All you need to do is power of start. Is it that hard? Let's try again. Maybe this time. We did it. All right, we got it figured out. So that is going to be our ignition. So let's give it a shot. We'll have to remember to unplug it when we're done. Let's play with it some. Maybe we can get it to start. Ready? Nothing. Okay, so let's unplug this for now. I want to jump in here, put some gas in our, what's it called? And after we do that, cylinder. And after we do that, we'll give it another shot. We heard it run earlier, which is good. Cool. Just take it. Stick her in like that. There we go. Run over here. Turn on our ignition. That's on, that's choked. Ready? Give it another shot. There it goes, it took off. Let's unchoke it. Maybe it'll bring itself back. Ready? Look at that. Cool, it'll run. All right, so I think the next thing that we need to do with this tractor before we can get it fully running, we need a, let me shut this off real quick. Currently at the moment, we need the following things. Starter solenoid. Carburetor cleaning? Maybe we can get away with it being like that. The linkages all move fine. I think it's it. I think it's the only thing that we need is a starter solenoid for it. So I think the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to go on ahead and get a starter solenoid. Oh, we need a front tire, which I do have. I just got to put on it. So we're good there. So yeah, I think the next thing that we're going to do with this one is we are going to have to put that stuff on it. So yeah, we finally get a video on this tractor after waiting for 5 months. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what else needs to be done with it at the moment. I'm probably going to go on ahead and end the video here. More than likely I won't, but we'll just see. I would like to get it running or starting up on its own using a starter solenoid on the tractor. But right now we have it running, and I think we're finally to a point where we can go on ahead and close out this video. So yeah, I think we are to that point now. In the next video, I'll have to order a starter solenoid for it. And after I do that, we'll get it running and we'll get it driving. So yeah, I was hoping to have it all done in one video, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case because I need to get this video up. So yeah, I want to thank all you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If this is your first time checking out my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I do stuff like this quite often. Yes, that is what was holding the camera, is that C clamp. I do stuff like this quite often on my channel. I haven't really been lately. I've more or less kind of focused on stuff that's been running, just fixing it up and getting it, everything it needs done. Haven't really had any will it run projects for a little while. I do have one coming up here soon. You guys will see it eventually. Well, actually, we did have a will it run project if you include this 317. I got another one coming up here soon. This one's going to be a fun one. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. And I want to remind you guys to please consider going down below, hitting that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you guys a thing. Helps my channel grow. It tells YouTube that people like my content and want to see more videos from me like this. It also tells me that you guys like my videos and want to see more, basically what I said before. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will catch you all in the next video. Again, thank you all for watching. And I'm finally happy to say that this thing runs after sitting in the corner of the shop for, for a few months. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.